If God is unchanging, immutable, has been the same, why does it seem like his character shifts from the Old Testament to the New Testament and how he engages with people?
The key is how it seems. In the Old Testament, you have over and over again, like passages in Ezekiel that talk about, I do not want to destroy, I want to save and preserve. You see long suffering and patience in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, interesting when people say this, Jesus talked about hell, I'm pretty sure, more than anybody else. That's about as harsh of teaching as one is going to find. And make sure as you read through the New Testament, you make it to the book of Revelation, because there's a lot of judging and warfare that takes place there like we do in the Old Testament. So I think it's what seems the case, but when we probe into God's heart behind it, I don't think it's as deep. But with that said, I get why people say it seems this. And so realize we also have progressive revelation. God reveals himself and his character over time. When he calls Abraham, he hadn't given him the law. He gives Moses the law. And David comes, he gives him more. The prophets come, gives him more. And then finally, when Jesus shows up, Hebrews tells us in the past, he spoke in all these different ways. Now he speaks through his son. So we see grace and truth clearly in Jesus, depicted in the most clear fashion that you might say was somewhat obscured in the Old Testament.